Hey everyone, Jacob here, and welcome to the premiere episode of our new YouTube channel, Short Stacked Gaming, where we will be keeping things short, sweet, and to the point. Be on the lookout for future episodes where we will be doing video game playthroughs, reviews, and discussions. We're really excited to get started, and we look forward to developing a close relationship with our fan base in the future. Today we are going to be conducting a playthrough of Resident Evil 2 for the Sony Playstation. Released in North America back on November 11th, 1998, it would go on to sell over 4.96 million copies and be ported to many other platforms. The story takes place in Raccoon City a few months after the events of the original Resident Evil, where a deadly virus begins turning people into zombies and tearing the city apart. Claire Redfield and Leon Kennedy arrive on the scene to face a nightmare like they never thought imaginable. The story is split into scenarios A and B, where you are given the option to play as either Leon or Claire through each of them. On today's video, we're going to be playing as Leon through scenario A. We are going to take things safely, and I will try to point out as many of the item locations, secrets, and Easter eggs as I can while running through the game at an A-rank pace. Though I own an original PlayStation, I'm going to be conducting this run on a PlayStation 3 to try and bring you the best video quality possible. With that being said, guys, let's get to it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay guys, a quick update before we get started here. I was running into a lot of issues trying to stream from my PlayStation 3. I'm using an Elgato HD60 Pro capture card for these videos, and for some reason I kept getting the no signal error, and I troubleshooted it and looked it up online a little bit, and it turns out that this is a really common issue that happens. I played around a little bit, and I'm using a standard composite to HDMI converter, and I did manage to get my original PlayStation up and running good with it. I tweaked it a little bit, and it actually looks pretty decent, considering. So, I don't really know why I couldn't get it to work on the PS3, but this actually turned out pretty decent, so let's get started. Alright, we're going to be doing original game on normal. Now, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but if you play the Resident Evil 2, the download from the PlayStation Network store, for some reason it gives you the audio here, but for some reason the narrative doesn't play. I don't know why that is, but I've never had any trouble with the narrative not playing on the original PlayStation version. Maybe if anybody knows why that is, just leave it down in the comments section, because I am pretty curious about that, on why it doesn't really work that well.
Thanks to the efforts of STARS members Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine.
But it seems to do that on some of the versions for some reason.
Experiments were far from finished.
So yeah guys, I'm not going to skip any of the FMV sequences for anybody that's never really played or seen this game before, so that way everybody has a good idea of the story, what's going on.
What have we got here?
I'm also going to be reading the files out loud, so, because we're going to be going over the files, like I said before, so people that have never played this game can really get a good grasp on the story and what's going on.
Why'd he bite me?
That way, when I read them out loud and give a narrative, I'll know that everybody's been able to fully read the files instead of just, you know, skipping over and assuming people have had enough time to read it.
What could have done this? What was that? What are these things?
Oh, goodness.
All right, that's far enough. Don't move.
I think I know what she'd like. How about a leg?
No!
How about two? Denied.
What's up with that guy? That was a green head. I'm running out of ammo here.
Oh. Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There! Buckle up.
Okay. What's going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went
Great.
insane.
The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Nah.
Yeah. First day on the job.
It's amateur night at the Blue
Name's
Oyster.
Leon. Nice to meet you.
See, every week I just
I'm
dress
Claire.
up as a different
Claire
village
Redfield.
person.
I came to find my brother, Chris.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
Has anybody noticed this zombie here is like, looks just like Leon? Facial style, hair, everything. It's like Leon turned into a zombie. I know when I first played this game like 20 years ago, that was one of the first things I've noticed.
Still in one piece.
That maniac's gonna ram us! Run!
Sunday driver.
Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Excuse me.
Okay.
And here we go, guys. They were parted by an unescapable destiny. This is just the beginning of their worst nightmare. The Easter egg starts as soon as you start the game. If you just look up there, it says Arukas. If you spell that backwards, that actually spells Sakura, a character from their Street Fighter series. So, here on these mean streets, I usually just do this zigzag pattern and run past everybody. It keeps you safe while being able to get through it at a quick pace. I know a lot of speedrunners, they just zoom right through it in a straight line almost, it seems like.
Hold your fire! I'm a human!
Sure would be nice if you could get one of them mag lights on the shelf there.
Sorry about that. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I don't have a clue. By the time I noticed...
Alright, so we're not going to be picking up any items
entire city was
so that
infested
we can
with
get the Brad Vickers and the special key Easter egg, but I'm going to be showing you where a lot of them are. So, there's a box of ammo right here behind the counter, and then there's another one on this side of the counter. And then when you get to this end of the counter here, it's going to trigger a cutscene, and old Robert Kendo will leave us. You can rush in there, and it'll say that he stopped breathing, and then you can pick a shotgun up. If you do it quick enough, you can get it without getting hit at all, and get a free shotgun there. It's a little difficult to do, but it can be pulled off. So we're going to go to the end here. And in this kendo van here, there's going to be some handgun ammo. We're not going to get it. Come up here. Knock him down. Knock him down. Luckily that zombie's stuck. Well, I didn't quite make my turn sharp enough, but it's no problem. But generally, you just knock those two guys down and you can run straight past. Or you can let them nibble on you and you can knock them down that way. A lot of people miss this when they do their runs. I've seen a lot of playthroughs, people miss this, but there's actually some handgun bullets right here in this trash can. So we're going to come through here, we're going to jump straight down, zip past her, and then hug this wall. And that'll allow you to get past safely all of those people. Nothing really going on here, except some zombies chowing down on Thanksgiving dinner. So we're just going to run right past them and get on the bus. As soon as you get on the bus here, there's going to be some handgun ammo also on this handbag there. We're not going to get it. We're going to go ahead and pop her. Oh, I actually got the lucky 2-shot on him. So, as soon as we get out of here, I'm going to do this zigzag pattern again. Up. Dadgum. Sorry about that, that's a little embarrassing. But I just do a zigzag pattern as well right there. You usually get right past everybody. Now to know that you've unlocked the Easter egg with Brad Vickers down in the alley, there's going to be no zombies here. So if there's no zombies here, that means you've unlocked it. So we're going to run into the police station, grab a few items, and we'll come back and get him later. Grab those handgun bullets there. We're going to make our way over here and we're going to have a chat with old Marvin.
Oh, man. Who are you? Oh, you must be the new guy. Leon. Sorry, but it looks like your party has been canceled.
No kidding.
What happened? About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving zombies in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything. They risked their lives to reveal the truth, but no one believed them. Not long after that, all this started to happen. Hang in there. Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go. But...
No
Just
buts.
go.
Fine, but I'm coming back for you. Just hold on.
Alright, so once we get back out here, like a total jackass, he's going to lock us out of the room. So we're going to just proceed over here to the computer. There's an ink ribbon right on that typewriter if anybody wants to grab it. I'm not going to. Did anybody notice in the bottom left where it says test, it looks like a zombie face? I've always wondered about that. I wonder if there's a high resolution picture if anybody could get it. Because that's exactly what it looks like. Alright, so we're going to head this way. first chest open. We're going to throw this useless old knife in there. We're going to run over here and grab this police memorandum. 8/23/1998. This letter is just to inform everyone about the recent movement of equipment that has happened during the precinct's rearrangement. The safe with the 4-digit lock has been moved from the STARS office on the 2nd floor to the Eastern office on the 1st floor, 2236, Raccoon Police Liaison Department. Liaison, sorry. Anyway, this is your first lock drawer right here. When you're playing through as Claire, you have a lockpick and you can go ahead and unlock it. With Leon, you have to find small keys. On the playthrough with Claire, there's a first aid spray on the side of it, but with Leon, there's a handgun ammo. Alright, we run into our first friend here. I'm sure first time everybody played this game, they died. This is where they died the first time. Anyways, we're just gonna hold for a second. And we're gonna run right past them. Easy peasy. Alright. So we're gonna make our way into the operation room here. And first thing we're going to pick up is this operation report. Gives us a little background on what's been going on. The Raccoon Police Department was unexpectedly attacked by zombies. Many have been injured, even more were killed. During the attacks, our communication equipment was destroyed, and we no longer have contact with the outside. We have decided to carry out an operation with the intent of rescuing any possible survivors, as well as to prevent this disaster from spreading beyond Raccoon City. The details of the operation are as follows. Security of armaments and ammunition. Chief Irons has voiced concern regarding the issue of terrorism due to a series of recent unresolved incidents. On the very day before the zombies' attack, he made the decision to relocate all weapons to scattered intervals throughout the building as a temporary measure to prevent their possible seizure. Unfortunately, this decision has made it extremely difficult for us to locate all ammunition caches. It has become our top priority to recover these scattered munitions, to unlock the weapons storage. As stated earlier, it will be extremely difficult to secure all the ammunition. However, a considerable supply still remains in the underground weapon storage. Unfortunately, the person in charge of the card key used to access the weapon storage is missing, and we have been unable to locate the key. One of the breakers went down during the battle, and the electronic locks are not functioning in certain areas. It has become a top priority to restore the power in the power room and secure those locks. Recorder, David Ford. At 1 p.m., the west barricade has been broken through and another exchange ensued. We sheltered the injured in the confiscation room on the first floor temporarily. 12 more people were injured in the battle. 3 additional people were killed following the sudden appearance of an as-of-yet unknown creature. This creature is identified by missing patches of skin and razor-like claws. However, its most distinguishing characteristic is its lance-like tongue, capable of piercing a human torso in an instant. Their numbers as well as their locations remain unknown. We have tentatively named this creature the Licker, and are currently in the process of developing countermeasures to deal with this new threat. So, that basically explains to the player why all this ammunition is just strewn all over the police station. Which is kind of cool, they give a backstory on that. So anyway, come over here to this corner and you'll find another set of handgun bullets. Alright, we get to use our handy dandy lighter here for the first time to burn a hole in this, I'm assuming it's a woman's chest, and her heart's gonna come out. And by default, the game names it a red jewel. However, if you examine it, it turns out it's a virgin heart. Alright, So we're going to make our way through the hallway here, and then we're going to get on to our next engagement. So, first thing I do, let this zombie girl walk a little bit, and just whiz past her. Get into this safe corner, and start unloading. Takes care of all the zombies here. I know on a lot of speed runs they just run right past all of them, but we're going to be coming through this area later, and like I said at the intro of the video, we're going to be taking things as safely as possible. Alright, so we're in the dark room now. We're going to check this trophy case here, and we're going to grab some more bullets. Then check the desk right here, and you'll find another operation report. If it'll activate. There we go. Early morning, 2:30 a.m. Zombies overran the operation room, and another battle broke out. We lost 4 more people, including David, which was the author of the previous operation report. We're down to 4 people, including myself. We failed to secure the weapons cache, and hope for our survival continues to diminish. We won't last much longer. We agreed on a plan to escape through the sewer. There's a path leading from the precinct underground to the sewage disposal plant. We should be able to access the sewer through there. The only drawback is that there is no guarantee the sewage disposal plant is free of any possible dangers. We know our chances in the sewers are slim, but anything is better than simply waiting here to die. In order to buy more time, we locked the only door leading to the underground, which is located in the eastern office. We left the key behind in the western office since it's unlikely that any of those creatures have the intelligence to find it and unlock the door. I pray that this operation report will be helpful to whoever may find it. Recorder, Elliot Edward. Alright, so we're going to pop this safe open. We're going to drop this jewel off and these herbs. And we're going to continue. I know Capcom really just does a great job at sucking the players in to these games, and just, you know, you just get absolutely lost in them, especially with these files. I know specifically in Resident Evil 3, in this exact same area, there's a file in the dark room. Like, right where do you find that file? But I'll get to that in a second. We're going to go ahead and move these statues here, and this is our first real puzzle of the game. And what a lot of people do on other runs is they also miss this box of ammunition right here behind the statue. I've really noticed on a lot of playthroughs that I've watched that people miss that a lot. But anyway, like on Resident Evil 3, the file that you find in that room, you know, the guy talks about how he's developed a close relationship with his old shotgun, and he blasted, quote, many a zombies into fertilizer with it, and soon it'd be blasting one more person away. Apparently, you know, he was talking about killing himself, and you know, just that kind of narrative and attention to detail that Capcom puts into these Resident Evil games. I mean, it's just, it really sucks you in. So, anyway, there's red jewel number 2. We're going to go ahead and head in here. We're going to pop these guys, so we ain't got to deal with them later. Stay down, fool. Yeah, that's what I figured. He got stuck on the corner of the wall there. This room's taken care of. We're going to head into the STARS office. the shotgun here from the cabinet. And another interesting Easter egg here is if anybody's ever seen the movie Back to the Future Part 3. Here on this calendar here, I'm assuming it's a calendar, on this pegboard, there's actually a picture of Marty, Clara, and Doc Brown on it. Very, very interesting Easter egg. I guess the developers really enjoyed Back to the Future Part 3. But here in this first aid bag that's hanging by Rebecca Chambers' desk, there's a first aid spray in it. However, we're not going to be collecting any of the first aid sprays in this game, because if you use a first aid spray, it's going to automatically drop your rank down. So we're only going to be using green herbs to heal. Now this is another Easter egg right here. This is Wesker's desk. Now if you search his desk 50 times, you're going to get a film. And once you develop that film in the darkroom, it actually has an interesting photo in it. Now, if you'll also notice, back behind the desk, there's a picture on the wall. If you look at it, it'll zoom in. It'll be all the members of STAR's Alpha and Bravo team. And if you look in those boxes that are right there by the desk closely, you'll notice that there's the gold emblem and the wooden emblem from the first game, as well as bags of fertilizer. So, how all those items managed to survive the mansion, I don't know. But anyways, Chris's diary. I talked to the chief today once again, but he refused to listen to me. I know for certain that Umbrella conducted T-virus research in that mansion. Anyone infected turns into a zombie. But the entire mansion went in that explosion. See, he says it himself. Along with any incriminating evidence. Yeah, amazing how they managed to secure the wood emblem, the gold emblem, and all that stuff and bring it back. Since Umbrella employs so many people in town, no one is willing to talk about the incident. It looks like I'm running out of options. August 17th. We've been receiving a lot of local reports about strange monsters appearing at random throughout the city. This must be the work of Umbrella. August 24th. With the help of Jill and Barry, I finally obtained information vital to the case. Umbrella has begun research on the new G virus, a variation of the original T virus. Haven't they done enough damage already? We talked it over, and I have decided to fly to the main Umbrella headquarters in Europe. I won't tell my sister about this trip because doing so could put her life in danger. Please forgive me, Claire. And that right there pretty much sets the prerequisites for Resident Evil Code Veronica.
Leon!
But yeah, if you notice, Jill's beret is on her desk, and the special unlockable jacket is hanging up on the wall there. I mean, the STAR's office is just chocked full of all kinds of interesting Easter eggs and stuff.
There's no reason for us to stay any longer than necessary. Let's split up, look for any survivors.
But yeah, I mean, why would they take the chemical? Right. I think I called it fertilizer earlier. It's actually chemical. You use it to
that way we
kill the vines that are blocking the armor key. And it looks like they've got 3 bags of it sitting in there in the box. So, anyways, now that we've got all of our supplies here, we're gonna head back out to the main hall. Yeah, there's a lot of running back and forth through this game in the beginning. Every time, this part right here, it got me every time when I first started playing this game, when those zombies' arms break through. That was probably the first real jump scare I ever experienced. Alright, so anyway, now that we're back, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this herb here. With him distracted, go ahead and equip my shotgun. We're just going to take care of this pest for now. So with him taken care of, we ain't got to worry about him later. Glad I was able to get him off in 2 shots. Usually it takes longer than that. Excuse me. So, now that we got our shotgun, we can go and get the special key from Brad. I mean, it's the only way to kill him. You can use your handgun over and over and over again. You're just going to be wasting all your bullets. The shotgun is the only way to kill him and retrieve the special key. So, we're going to make our way out there and deal with that. Also gives us a chance here to pick up this other green herb. Tell you, weapons and ammo, like right here at the beginning, whew, healing really scarce. Anyway, sorry Brad. I'm just gonna go ahead and take your key. Thank you. Also, if you take care of this, meet the prerequisite for this in Scenario A. When you play the game again, in Scenario B, he'll automatically be there. It doesn't matter if you pick up anything or not, he'll be there. Alright, so we're going to head back here in the hall. We're going to go to the statue, and we're going to use our unicorn medal. This much needed key. Alright. Yeah, behind this window, reception window, here's where Marvin is. Hope he's doing alright. Use our key here for the first time. And I'm going to go ahead and use this green herb here just to top me off. And we are going to find a patrol report here. We received a report of suspicious individuals skulking around the sewers in the outskirts of Raccoon City. I searched the area and located the individual, but he ran away before I was able to question him. I recovered the following items: a small amount of C4 plastic explosive, an electronic detonator, 9x19 parabellum rounds, and an infrared scope. Broken. End of report. Gosh, I bet you police officers wish reports were that short. Anyway, in that cabinet there's going to be an ink ribbon. However, I think when you play through the scenario as Claire, there's actually handgun bullets there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and grab this crank. And skedaddle. Yeah, I think this is our 3rd time going through this room this way. So, that's why I kill all the zombies, is because you're going to be going through here 3 times. So, you don't really want them in the way. You can just run right past through without worrying about nothing. Alright, we're going to make a pit stop here by the dark room. And we're going to use our special key. Now with Leon you get 2 outfits. The RPD uniform on the right absolutely serves no purpose whatsoever. If you change into the civilian biker uniform, it actually he will hold his gun differently, and will actually increase the rate of fire on the gun significantly. So that's actually pretty nice. I think the rate of fire on it's actually higher than when you get the handgun parts. So, now that we got our little Easter egg film, we're going to come over here to the dark room, and we're going to develop a recruit. Looks like Rebecca Chambers. Now, why that picture would be in Albert Wesker's desk is a whole nother story in itself. Alright, so now that we are decked out in our cool gangster outfit, we're gonna be ready to roll here. Get rid of this key. Head in here, and we're going to be interrupting some zombies eating lunch. Now, in the original release of this game, that vending machine we saw back there, it was actually a Coke machine painted blue. Anyway, we ran back here so we can get these bullets, which we're probably about to use anyway. See that? Significant rate of fire increase. And that takes care of those guys for the rest of the game. This is our second locked drawer here. And that is actually where the handgun parts are. But we're not going to be using them right now. Anyway, here we are in the library. I'm going to run straight up the stairs here. Gonna just take a trip down. The solution to this puzzle is actually right back there on the plate, but since we know the solution, we're just gonna go do it. We're just gonna hit these two shelves here to the right, and that's it. Tell you, you should have, like I said before, you should watch the speedrunners of this game. They are just absolutely amazing. You know, Bakwa Soup, if you haven't checked out his channel, you definitely should. He is just a Resident Evil god. He is just so great at this game. I actually think he currently holds some of the world records for speedruns on a good bit of Resident Evil games. Anyways, so we're just gonna run past that guy. We're gonna knock him down. I'm gonna hit this button. To get him. Alright. He's down. Now you're gonna get your first key here in the secretary's office. Usually on other runs, like when I don't get the special key, I will automatically go back through the library and go ahead and grab the handgun bullets, but for the sake of saving time, we're just going to get that later. And plus, we have this nifty outfit that increases our rate of fire anyway, so we're just going to skip that for now, clear up some space. So, almost forgot. Go ahead and grab your red jewels here. because you will be needing them. And don't forget to pick up the secretary's diary here. April 6th. I accidentally moved one of the stone statues on the second floor when I leaned against it. When Chief Irons found out about it, he was furious. I swear the guy nearly bit my head off, screaming at me never to touch the statue again. If it's so important, then maybe he shouldn't have put it out in the open like that. I tell people that all the time. April 7th. I heard that all the art pieces from the Chief's collection are rare items, literally worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know which is the bigger mystery, where he finds those tacky things, or where he's getting the money to pay for them. May 10th. I wasn't surprised to see the Chief come in today with yet another large picture frame in his hands. This time it was a really disturbing painting depicting a nude person being hanged. I was appalled by the expression on the Chief's face as he leered at that painting. Why anyone considers something like that to be a work of art is beyond my comprehension. Anyways, there's another ink ribbon there on the typewriter, but we're not going to be getting it. Alright, we're going to come in here, ignore them, and shoot straight for here. Lock this door. And I know a lot of people overlook this too, but examine this body. If you can keep the darn birds off of you. And there's some more handgun ammo there, which is much needed at this point. Oh, come on. That's embarrassing to get pegged right there. Anyways, but yeah. Ravens pop out there. Alright, so we're going to make our way over here. I'll just stand here for just a second and let these zombies make their way towards me. And we're just going to run right past them on the other side. And once you get here, just go through, right around them. Alright, and here, you don't want to open the next door because it's going to trigger a cutscene and 2 zombies are going to attack you. So, never open that door. We're going to come here, we're going to grab some more much needed handgun ammo. And then we're going to grab this valve handle. Same thing again, we're just going to run straight past these guys. Stick to the right. That little chica thinks she's always got to block them stairs. Anyway, just lure her away and run right up. We'll use the valve handle to extinguish the flames. And if the camera here is trying to tell you something, it points directly into the cabin of the helicopter. I know people actually miss this as well. There's some handgun ammo in there. Right, so now we got a pretty healthy supply again. All of the birds are de-aggroed, so should be able to run past all of them with no issues. Now I know, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure on some versions, I don't know if it's in scenario B or not, but when the helicopter is on fire and you come into this hallway, there's zombies here, but if you put the fire out on the helicopter, the enemies in this room will actually despawn. I don't know if it's in a different version of this game, or I'm really not 100% sure, but I think I distinctly remember that being a thing. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pop our virgin hearts here into the statues. Grab this key here on the chest. And we're going to be getting one of our plugs here, which is going to be get us through. Head back. Okay, we're gonna throw that in there. We're not gonna need this valve handle for a while. And I think that's it. Oh, nope. At this point, I like having my shotgun with me. As soon as we get to that confiscation room. Because if you remember closely, in that operations report we read earlier, they said they put all their wounded into the operations room. Anyway, I'm not going to cut through the library. I don't know if it's now or... No, it's not right now. But later on, I'll explain why you don't want to cut through the library. Oh, actually almost forgot. Also like going ahead and taking my first small key. And just go ahead and unlock this dresser over here, just so we can get a little bit of extra ammo. Equip that. We'll use our key that we so graciously got in the art room, and we're going to come in here. That is why I have the shotgun. I'm going to let them come a little bit closer. There, we got more. There's actually two of them here. Alright, we're going to open this up, and we're going to get our next thing of film. Some nice old shotgun shells right here too. We got us a nice little green herb here. Grab it. And how you doing, Marv? Let's see if I can pull it off. Ah, see that? Always does it. It's quick. Alright, we're gonna grab the key. Just run him, leave him be there. First off, we got a little memo here to Leon. To Leon S. Kennedy, congratulations on your assignment to the Raccoon City Police Department. We all look forward to having you as part of our team and promise to take good care of you. Welcome aboard. From all the guys at the RPD. A little out of atmosphere for me to be reading that out with all this music going on. Anyway, there's some handgun bullets here in the locker. We'll just go ahead and kindly introduce ourselves out. And go ahead and equip this shotgun. Reload. We're going to make a pit stop here by the item box and unload some of the burden. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this key for now. Put these extra shells up. Put this up. And this up. Alright, as soon as we head into this room, usually count at 3 shots, and this should take care of this whole mess of zombies here. I'll let them come in just a little bit. Ah, there's always that one. We'll just take care of it with that. Alright, there's a green herb here. I'm just going to go ahead and grab it. Alright, so I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, we got a zombie here in the office. Takes care of that. We're gonna slide behind this desk here, and you're gonna find a plethora of herbs here. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous just how many herbs are concentrated in this area. Anyway, here's our safe. Does everybody remember that key? 2231, was it? No, 2236. Snake, are you going senile? Anyways, I don't know how to unlock the camera angle, but there's apparently a Burger Kong box there on the desk, which is a reference to Burger King. Anyways, examine that guy's body, you'll get some handgun bullets. We're gonna step outside. And it's just ridiculous the amount of herbs that are in this area. But we're going to go ahead and grab all of these out here. There's one more up here. Oh, forgot to combine. There we go. Oh, whatever. Yeah, I accidentally used that, but it's not like there's enough in the game. So, anyways. So, we're going to get rid of this key. And what do you think's behind door number 1? more herbs. Like I said, there's so dang many of them right here. Alright, so we're going to head down into the basement. And this hallway is so aggravating. You get to where you can see, and one dog runs up. I go ahead and take him out, but there's two more dogs in the hallway, and they get stuck on the walls, and they will never come this way. It's really aggravating. You actually got to go past the hallway and expose yourself to them before they'll show up. Anyway, I'll go ahead and reload there, come back, zip right back, and as soon as they come around the corners, I pop them. Bad doggies. Golly. Stay down, fool. Anyway. To my left is the autopsy room, or character left, is the autopsy room in an alleyway. Down in that alleyway there's a red herb and a save point when you go down the manhole. The entire area is pretty irrelevant to Leon. You'll only really worry about that area when you're Claire. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip that area, but just for the sake of letting you know, yes, there are items over there. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and play with the breaker here. And the whole goal, it's pretty simple. All you're trying to do is just get the red bar to 80, which is simple enough. And believe it or not, this is actually completely optional, but I like to just go ahead and do it. And there's a police station map here for the basement. Alright, so we're going to head this way and into the parking garage. Just remember, Leon, the devil is a pretty lady in a red dress.
Sorry about that. When I saw the uniform, I thought you were another zombie.
Who are you?
Ada Wong.
And what are you doing here?
Get a sip of water here.
I'm looking for some guy named Ben. He's one of those reporter types, always looking for a scoop. I heard he was locked up in the cell block, only there's a wrecked car barring the entrance. I've been trying to find another way inside.
So,
If we work together,
she was actually mentioned in the first Resident Evil game. Her name was actually the password. Now, up here in the corner of the garage, there's a green herb, but we're going to leave it there for now and just head on. We will come back and get it later on our way back.
Ada, wait!
Women, am I right, guys? Just kidding. Anyways, we got some more handgun ammo here. We're gonna just go ahead and grab that.
Let me guess. You must be Ben, right? Get up.
Oh, see how he just greeted a complete stranger? Gosh,
What do you
that is
want?
one
I'm
cool
trying to sleep
guy, if you
here.
ask me.
Is this the guy?
Ben? You told the city
Amazing,
officials
though.
that you
How
knew
can anybody
something
sleep with
about
all
what's
that
been going
on?
didn't you? What did you tell them?
And who the heck are you?
I'm trying to find my boyfriend. His name's John. He was working for a branch office of Umbrella, based in Chicago, but he suddenly disappeared 6 months ago. I heard a rumor that he's here in the city.
I don't know anything. And even if I did, why would I want to tell you?
Okay, I say we leave him in there. Does anyone know where they put the key to this cell?
I have it right here, officer. But I'm not about to leave this cell. Those zombies aren't the only things crawling around out there.
What was that?
Like I said, I'm not leaving this cell. Get out of here before you lead it right to me.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'm the only cop left alive in this building.
What?
What?
Look,
Oh
if
yeah,
you
some
want
of
to
that
live,
bad
then you're gonna
acting
have to
from
leave
Resident
with me.
Evil, the original one.
But do you
Tends to
even
creep
know how to
itself
get out of
in
the
here
city?
from time to time, but
There's a kennel in the back.
Resident
of the
Evil 2 was
building. Inside
definitely
the
a
kennel is a
huge
manhole.
improvement
Go
from the
through
first
and it'll
one.
lead you to the sewer entrance, but
Barry,
Be easy.
where's Barry?
All right, I'm going.
Don't forget to grab your crowbar here. Oh, oh. Make sure you got enough space for it. So, there's just so much herb lying around, and there's even more herbs here in the cell to my right, but we're gonna leave them there for now. We'll get them later. We're gonna make our way over here into the kennel. Now there's actually even more herbs over there, but if you try to go get them, it's gonna activate the dogs, and the dogs are gonna break out of the cages, and just to be honest with you, the herbs that are over there, they're just not worth the headache that those dogs cause, so we're going to be skipping that, but whenever you play this game, feel free to get them if you're feeling bold. Anyway, we got some spiders here. That's why we brought our shotgun for the most part. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of them. These spiders, when they attack, they don't give you any chance to reload. Thankfully he didn't spit any poison at me. But now that it's clear here, we ain't got to worry about them when we come through later. Alright, so we got another save room here. We're just going to go ahead and grab this herb. There's another ink ribbon on the typewriter. We'll save this blue herb for a just in case. And we're just going to go ahead and unload. Try to keep things a little organized. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and put this handgun up for now. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my key because we will be needing it in a little bit. Pretty sure that's all we need for the time being. We're gonna take a peek in here in the septic pool. We're gonna turn right back around and go out. Where did
Ada?
you come from?
I don't think I've introduced myself yet. My name's Leon. I'm with the RPD.
Pretty sure she does not care, guy.
It's a dead end.
You think you can get upstairs through this shaft? Give me a boost. I'll go and check.
So, here's the first instance where you're going to be taking control of Ada. Only thing she has on her is a pistol, 45 rounds of ammunition, and a first aid spray. I'm going to go ahead and run past these doggies and head this way. She's also got a picture of herself and her boyfriend John on her too. So we're going to head this way just so we can grab a few extra shotgun shells. And we're going to head back up. Another thing she also apparently has on her is dog musk, because I know this part right here has been such a pain in the butt before. I know on my last playthrough, these dogs just teared me apart. Anyway, we got our sewage map here, and we're gonna go do our little box puzzle down here. Takes care of that. Alright, let's pop the switch and fill this tank up. And that is our final precinct key right there. So let's head back out. I say, I'm a little surprised how smoothly this has gone. Usually on any other playthrough, I always get hit by these dogs at least once. Looks like I managed to get through that pretty clean. So. Yo, Leon.
Leon,
got the
can you
goods
hear
here,
me?
buddy.
Ada, did you find anything?
Right here. Think fast. Here's one more.
Totally be hilarious if she just knocked him over the head with that
Hey,
shotgun
I can't
case.
reach the ventilation
shell
hole.
case.
I'm going to have to find another way around. I'll catch up with you later.
What? Ada, wait!
So, take the key, and very happy ammo added. Okay, you guys, let's move out. stop by over here and we're just going to go ahead and grab this herb. We'll smoke it later. I wonder how herbs work in the Resident Evil universe. I mean, do you apply directly to burn area, or do they eat it, or... Alright, so we got hunters here. That's why we ditched that handgun and brought the shotgun. There's 3 of them in this hallway when you come back. How dare you? Yep, that hurt a little. We're good. Alright. Use our key to get in here. Oh yeah. Absolutely nothing suspicious about this room. Just run right past these guys. I ran out of time. I knew I shouldn't have stopped. Alright. Well. Alright, we're going to head back over here. Now that we got our handy red car key and the power restored, we can get into the armory. It amazes me how the other cops couldn't figure out how to do this. Some very happy ammo added. And this is actually going to play a part in future scenarios. If you take one item, the other item is not going to be available to your other player in the next scenario. I usually always take the side pack in this scenario because there's just such a plethora of items that you have to get. And I leave the gun for the other person, because that seems like there's more enemies in the other scenario. Anyway, with our work done here, we're just going to head on out. Alright, we're going to head over here. Did I grab the shotgun shells back here already? Yes, I did. Alright, so we're going to use our key again and get in here. Check this locker back here, and oh, more shotgun shells. Telling you, they just, by the time you get to this point in the game, they just basically give you ammo. Anyway, we got a diary here. I finally had the chance to see blue skies for the first time in ages, but it did little to lift my spirits. I was reprimanded by the chief for neglecting my duties while I was up on the clock tower. There's only one thing I still don't understand. The chief seemed to be more concerned about the fact that I was on the tower rather than that I was neglecting my duties. Why was access to the tower prohibited to the first place anyway? Excuse me. I recently talked to the old man who works at the scrapyard out back. His name is Thomas. He's a quiet man and really seems to enjoy chess. He even went as far as to design a special key and lock engraved with chess pieces on them for one of the doors in the disposal yard. We made plans to play chess tomorrow night. I can't help but wonder how good he is. Well, we can only imagine if he made pieces out of chess pieces. One thing that's been bothering me about him is the way he's always scratching himself. Does he have some sort of skin disease, or is he just rude? Thomas was a much better player than I had imagined. I used to think of myself as a fairly decent player, but he did a pretty good job of humbling me. About the only thing I imagined that I could match his skills in chess is his appetite. All the guy did was talk about food, though throughout the entire game. He sounded fairly healthy, but he didn't look quite right. I wonder if he's okay. I was supposed to play another game of chess with Thomas, but we had to cancel it because he hasn't been feeling too well. He stopped by to see me, but I told him to go back and rest since he literally looked like the Walking Dead. A zombie? He insisted that he was just fine, but I could tell he was really having problems. Come to think of it, I haven't been feeling too good myself lately. 4 itchy, R4 scratchy. Tasty. Alright, so we got the Magnum here. Alright, this is actually our second hallway with an electrical panel and broken windows. Doesn't really faze us much here in this scenario, but it does make a difference in the next scenario. So, we're just going to come out here. Yeah, see that vending machine there? That was actually a blue Coca-Cola can in previous versions, but it actually got cut out in the first revision, which is the DualShock version, or DualShock to support, because of copyright. Oh, I forgot to load. No. A-hole. Take that. And here's our next Easter egg here. If you look on that wall that's boarded up with plywood, it actually says Red Rum on it. And that is an obvious reference to The Shining. I'm going to use this key and get rid of it. Which, nope, I don't have any herbs on me. Anyway. There's a first aid spray here and a cord. We're just going to go ahead and grab this cord. And we've got our third plug here. Watch out, there's a licker. We're just going to ignore him and run right out. And we're going to run over here. Enticed by another licker. Oh, come on. Gotta love that reload time. Now, if you enter this room before grabbing the plug and activating that cutscene, this room will actually be empty. But that's small key number 2. There's a red herb there, but we're going to ignore it for now. I think we're just going to ignore it altogether. We don't really need it. So, this is our second opportunity to use our little handy dandy lighter here. And the combination to this is going to be 12, 13, and 11. And out drops the cog. This is the last film right here as well that we get to develop. We'll grab that. We're going to head on out. Okay, so now we need to get to the third floor where the clock tower is. We're actually going to be taking the long way because we don't want to cut through the library. We're going to go ahead and set up the cord here for Claire on the next scenario. When you cut through the library, a cutscene will start, and zombies will start pouring out through the windows in both areas. You can put the cord in the area where you're going towards the basement, and that'll really help out Claire early game in the next scenario. However, I like putting it over here because I always just find this part a pain in the butt. There's just so many zombies that come out, and I like having this place clear over here. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and put up our plug. I'm going to go ahead and dump our shotgun for now, and grab our handgun, put the magnum up, grab our bullets, keep that, keep that. I'm going to go ahead and grab our crank. Another film, we'll be making another pit stop at a save room. Grab some herbs to heal up, and that's all we need for now. So we're going to go ahead and throw our wire here on this panel. Yeah, that's the main reason why we're taking the long way. I mean, in any other run you can just skip this, but just for the sake of showing you guys everything, we're going to go ahead and head this way. And we're going to make it one last pit stop by the dark room. So, soak all this in because we won't be coming back through here again. Alright, let's head back here to the dark room and see what we got. Oh my. Pictured in front of the Aruka's trailer, regressed into a zombie within 2 hours. Subject repeatedly complained about severe agitation of the epidermis, in addition to feeling of nausea. This happened up to the moment he lost consciousness. Itching of the epidermis. Yeah, itching of the skin. Alright, one more picture. Oh my. Code G, human body experiment. And that's it for our pictures. Yep, and one last thing, we just got one more small drawer to unlock. And it's gonna reward us with some handgun parts. Oops, forgot. I just do that from time to time. Alright. Also, good note, whenever you combine parts with a weapon, it instantly refills your ammo. So if you've got full ammo in a weapon, use the ammo up, and then use the parts on it, so you can instantly refill. Right, there it is. See, zombies are only going to come out through those windows because we, locked the other windows up. So things will be just a little bit easier for Claire when she makes her way through. Alright, Alright, so we're just going to come right here. Use the crank. In this tiny little hole here. And we're going to head upstairs. There's our little cog here, so we can get this sucker rolling. Lo and behold, there's our final plug. Let's go ahead and grab that. How convenient, an old dust chute. I tell you, I wish Claire had this luxury.
No! Get away!
I tell you, as a kid, you really had to watch a funny movie before you went to bed after playing this game. Otherwise, you would have nightmares. I mean, just the graphics were... I mean, you gotta think, the graphics for this game back in the day, they turned our brains into crap. I mean, we're just sitting there like, is this real life? Is this gonna be forever?
Ben! Can you still hear me? Come on, answer!
Damn! I don't believe this. I almost got the story.
Ben.
Bitter irony. The chief of police, a co-conspirator.
What is this?
Get that scum. Make him pay.
Hang in there, Ben.
Oh, my chest. It's burning.
Diarrhea.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? It's that bad voice acting making its way back in. Oh my. Man. That is one badass case of heartburn.
Good God, what was that?
Mail to the chief. Wow, yeah. Guy, xenomorph just pops through a guy's chest. Good God, what is that? Let's take a second to read this. We have lost the mansion lab facility due to the actions of the renegade operative Albert Wesker. Fortunately, his interference will have no lasting effect upon our continued virus research. Our only present concern is the presence of the remaining STARS members, Redfield, Valentine, Burton, Chambers, and Vickers. Vickers is no longer with us. If it comes to light that the STARS have any evidence as to the activities of our research, dispose of them in such a manner that would appear to be purely accidental, continuing to monitor their progress and make certain their knowledge does not go public. Annette will continue to be your contact throughout this affair. William Birkin. I have deposited the amount of $10,000 US to the account for your services this term as per our agreement. The development of the G-Virus scheduled to replace the T-Virus is near completion. Once completed, I am certain that I will be appointed to be a member of the executive board for Umbrella Incorporated. It is imperative that we proceed with extreme caution. Redfield and the remaining STARS members are still attempting to uncover information on the project. Continue to monitor their activities and lock out all attempts to investigate the underground research facilities. We have a problem. I have received information informing me that Umbrella Headquarters has sent spies to recover my research on the G-Virus. There are an unknown number of agents involved. They must not be allowed to take this project away from me, as it represents my entire life's work. Search the city thoroughly for any suspicious persons, detain any such individuals by whatever means deemed necessary, and contact me immediately through a net. With these precautions, any possible threats should be eliminated. I will not allow anyone to steal my work on the G-Virus, not even Umbrella. William Birkin.
Where are you going, Ada?
To the chemical plant. I have a feeling that's where I'll find John.
Ada, wait! Hey!
Do you feel or do you know?
Do you read me, Claire? We now have access to the back of the parking lot.
Got it.
I'm getting out of here and heading to the sewer. Can you meet me there?
I'm on my way.
Alright, so them herbs I talked about earlier, we're just going to go ahead and grab the green one here. We're going to ignore the blue one, because at this point we don't really need it. Alright, so we're just going to make our way back to the doggy kennel. And head back down, and this is the point of no return. The game gets pretty linear after this part. Thank the Lord. Alright, we're gonna make a quick pit stop. Grab all of our plugs. And our magnum. And that'll do. And we get our first real boss fight here. As you can see, you are fighting what appears to be Rosie O'Donnell. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Alright, so 7 shots should take care of it. That's it. And these little suckers trying to jump on you. Alright. A little anticlimactic. Alright. All that progression just for the 4 plugs to get through this door. Oh, well, so nice of you to drop in.
What was that all about? Running off like that was reckless and stupid. Those zombies are everywhere. Not to mention that thing that got bent.
I was there, Leon. I know.
Look, Ada. As an officer, it's my job to look out for you. But we're not going to get through this alive if we don't work together. Okay?
All right. We'll do this your way for now.
For now. Alright, so. Head through here. I'm gonna ignore them blue herbs, because we don't need them. And we got a plethora of goodies coming up here. I'm just gonna make a quick stop by the chest here, which I could have waited to do that, but I'd rather do it now. Grab our valve handle, which is going to be very important later on. And we're just gonna read the facts real quick. Sewer managed facts. On the first and third Wednesdays of the month, Angelica Margaret, Chief of Maintenance, will make use of the facilities. Be sure to reduce the moisture levels in the facility by activating the fan, as the equipment she will be using is susceptible to the effects of water vapors. On the 28th of every month, the chemical transporter Dan Weller will use the facility. The chemicals he will be transporting are extremely volatile. Extreme caution should be observed throughout their transport. On the 6th and 16th of every month, Police Chief Brian Irons will visit the facility to attend the regular meetings that take place in the lab. On the 4th Friday of every other month, William Birkin will use the facility to conduct training seminar for the Chicago branch of Umbrella Inc. As the probability of an attack upon Dr. Birkin will be high, take every measure conceivable to guard his life. You will be informed of all other potential visitors and the time they will arrive as needed. Guide these individuals to their destination safely. We expect nothing but the best from you. Charles Coleman, Secretary Chief, Umbrella Headquarters. Alright, so we got us a nice little plethora of goodies down here. We're gonna go ahead and open this door. And climb down. If you look immediately to your right, corner of this wall here, here's a lamp. Just use your lighter, and you got some magnum bullets here. Well, let you get over here. There's another lamp. And there's some shotgun shells on the shelf there. Lots of good stuff. I tell you, they just shower you with goodies at this point in the game. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this stuff up for now. And we're gonna move on. Oops, we can get off the table.
Leon, that woman was... I have to talk to her.
Oh, do you? So we're gonna assume you know her. Alright, there is a sewer map here you can go ahead and grab. Alright, so let's chase her down. Oh, roaches. Remember on one playthrough, on Scenario A playing as Claire, those roaches, anybody that's played Scenario A, you actually play as Sherry. And Sherry is a lot slower than the adult characters. And I remember I had just got stuck in an infinite loop getting attacked by those roaches until I died. I was so aggravated.
Ada Wong.
But I'll be right back, guys.
Ada Wong.
This is a pretty long cutscene. So y'all just enjoy for a second, and I'll be right back.
One of the men from Chicago who came to assist the T-virus research used his girlfriend's name as his password. Ada and John, I believe.
How did you know? Who are you?
Annette Birkin. My husband is the man responsible for the creation of the T-virus. William Birkin.
What?
John's dead. He became one of those zombies. My condolences. And although I regret this, you will be joining him shortly. I won't let anyone take the G-virus away from me.
G-virus?
It's capable of creating the ultimate bioweapon. Its potential is even greater than that of the T-virus.
Then that must mean the creature in the police department is...
Precisely. My husband, William. And it's all Umbrella's fault. None of this would have happened if they hadn't tried to steal his research away from him.
All right.
This way.
It's sheer perfection. My precious G-virus. No one will ever take you away from me.
There he is.
So you finally come.
Doctor, we're here to collect the G-virus sample.
Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work.
Stop. You might hit the sample. That's it, all right. Okay, let's move out.
William. Oh my. Hold on, darling. I'm taking care of that bullet wound first. Stay here.
Alpha team, have you retrieved the sample yet?
Affirmative. We'll be at the rendezvous point in 1 minute.
Roger.
Are you telling me that he injected the G-virus into his own body?
The G-virus has the ability to revitalize cellular functions.
What was that? Something's wrong. Let's check it out. Over there! Shoot! Eat this, you freak! I'm stopping it! What is this thing? Hurry! What is this thing? Fire! Fire! You son of a...
Oh man, it's gotta suck.
So those rats were the carriers of the virus.
As a result of his virus-induced transportation, William should have lost any prior memories he had as a human by now. Even worse, every G-virus bioweapon, including William, has the ability to implant embryos into other creatures.
And create offspring.
No.
No. Ada don't care. Ada slacked the shit out of her.
Too bad.
Yep, indeed. Too bad. Alright. Yeah. I think the FMV sequence lasts longer than the actual playtime that you actually do with Ada. Because just like that, it's over.
Ada?
Now, if you don't change costumes and Leon is still in his RPD uniform, he'll actually have blood stains on his uniform. But since we're in this biker outfit, he's pretty clean. So we're just going to pick us up some extra shotgun shells and the wolf metal here. Sorry guys. And all these spiders will be gone next time we come back through here. So we're just going to ignore all of them. We're going to ignore all of them in here too. Tell you, anybody's first time playing through on this game, they never brought the valve handle with them. They didn't think they needed it. Then they get here and it's just like, crap! I gotta go back and get the dang valve handle. Such a pain in the butt. And to add a huge insult, I'm sure most people didn't use the valve handle over here too. So then you get past this whole area and then you get up top and it's like, oh, I'm supposed to use it again. Guess that's just Capcom's way of trolling everybody. So anyways, so we're going to run through this hallway here, make our way up this way. It's amazing how this thing in the water is completely ignoring all of her shots. As soon as you walk up, huh, oh. So we're just going to make a 180 here, rush away, pop the compressed gas tank out, and just let it do all the work for us. And I'm sure a lot of people on their first playthroughs of this game had no idea you could do this, but I remember going on the internet way back in the day and reading the Resident Evil 2 tips and tricks section, and it said you could kill the alligator with just one handgun bullet. I'm just like, what?
Leon.
This bullet wound isn't making things any easier.
Quiet, Leon. I'll patch you up. That's 2 I owe you.
Don't mention it.
I just found out. John's dead.
What?
Never mind. Let's just get out of here. The sooner the better.
I tell you, really gotta love the soundtrack to this game. So, this is that bridge we were talking about earlier. So we're gonna scoot up here, swipe this guy's eagle medal, and we've got a file. Sewer Manager's Diary. It's been a while, but I saw Don today, and we talked after completing our work. He told me he had been sick in bed until yesterday. It really doesn't come as much of a surprise given how long he's been working here. He was sweating like a horse and kept scratching his body while we were talking. I asked if he was hot, but he just looked at me funny. What's wrong with him anyway? Chief Irons has been visiting the lab quite often lately. I don't know what he's doing over there, but he always looks grim. The expression on his face has been even more unsettling than usual. My guess is that it's because of Dr. Birkin's impossible requests. The chief has my sympathy, though. After all he's done for this town, he doesn't deserve this. I rarely drink because I'm on the graveyard shift, but I don't suppose I have much to complain about since this is how I make my living. That's a bit off topic. Chief Irons came in late today, looking grimmer than his usual self. I tried to joke with him to cheer him up, but he was not amused. He pulled his gun out and threatened to shoot me. I was able to calm him down, but that guy must have some serious problems. He knows he can't enter the lab without my help and my medal. This is what it means for the chief to serve and protect? William informed me that the police and media have begun their investigation on Umbrella's affairs. He said that the investigation will be citywide and that there is a possibility they'll even search through the sewers. He asked me to suspend all Umbrella sewer facility operations until the investigation has concluded. The sewer will still be used for passage, but he stressed that I have to be extremely cautious and that I'd lose my job if anyone finds out about this operation. Sounds like this guy's under a lot of pressure. So, we'll use our handy-dandy valve here to turn this fan off, and should ultimately be done with it. These guys are super slow. We're in water, so you can just zip right past them. And same thing in here, we can just zip right past the spiders. Get our metals in. Much like the first Resident Evil game, you gotta collect 2 medals so you can get access to the lab. This way, I don't know why I always think there's an item on that shelf. Anyway, we're going to turn this tram on and we're going to head out. He does not like this idea. She's very He's so cool. Alrighty then. That ends this train ride. Now head over here. You can use the lighter to reveal an item, but it's just sitting right here in the corner. You can just pick it right up. Held on to that key, because you're going to need it for later. Alright, so we're going to waste as much of this handgun ammo as possible, because we're about to retire it for the rest of the game. Examine this guy's body, and you'll get some nice shotgun parts. That's that. We're gonna grab these herbs here. Do a little bit of cleanup. Pop him before. Nice job, Ada. Alright, so there's an ink ribbon there, there's another first aid spray in that cabinet, and we're going to go ahead and grab these bullets. And we're going to just go ahead and retire this handgun for the rest of the game. And this darn valve. Let's grab our shotgun, wherever I put it. There it is. As you can see, we've just got a plethora of shotgun rounds now. Just an exorbitant amount. It's ridiculous. And I'm going to keep a couple of full heals on me. And we're going to go ahead and combine that. And we're ready. And if I ever do save in a game, this is where I save, right here. So, we're just going to go ahead and save this up. Just in case. Go ahead and get that ink ribbon going, and let's move. Right here on the wall, there's a map. Take that, and we'll head to the train. I know a lot of people miss this as well, but if you check right here in this corner, you'll find some more Magnum bullets. Alright, we'll grab the key. We'll just be on our merry way. Heck of a way to get to a laboratory. Now we're gonna make our descent into hell. Uh-oh.
Ada! Ada! Can you hear me? Come on, snap out of it!
He gave her the finger. No turning back now. You know, you could put somebody's eye out with that thing. Tasty. Oh, that's not nice. Go ahead and heal up and reload. He can be a pain. But that takes care of that. And that concludes our train ride.
Don't die on me, Ada. Come on! Wake up! Come on!
Now, the official story on this game, I mean, if you're going to go by the official story that Capcom's put forth, the order that you should play this game would be to have Claire play through Scenario A, and for Leon to go through B. But me in particular, I like doing the Scenario A with Leon, because I just feel like the story between Ada and Leon in this story is just is just so much more emotional.
I'll go find something to treat that wound, so just rest here in the meantime.
I know a lot of people prefer the B
I'll
one,
only
but
slow you
I
down
just
for
really like
injuries.
this one a lot better.
Go. Save yourself.
I told you, it's my job to look after you.
But you'll be in danger if you stay with me. I know I've only known you for a short period of time, but I really enjoy being with you. I know I'm not capable of caring about anyone, but I don't want to lose you.
We're leaving this place together. Wait here for me. I'll be right back.
Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and grab us another herb here. Check this locker, and we got, hey, more shotgun shells. Like we need them at this point. And some more Magnum ammo. we're just gonna basically be wasting this shotgun ammo as much as possible. We've just got so much of it at this point, we're gonna have some fun. So we're gonna just head over here into the east area. And just to skedaddle right into the freezer. There's a first aid spray there, which we will not be getting. We're gonna grab this fuse case and head over here to this machine. And make ourselves a fuse. We got power. Alright, we're gonna head over here to the west area. There is a flamethrower here in this cabinet, however I'm not going to be taking it because we've just got so much ammo and we really don't need it. But there's a lab security manual. Security measures in case of an emergency in the instances of an uncontainable biohazardous outbreak. All security measures will be directed towards the underground transport facility. In the instance that any abnormalities are detected among cargo in transit, all materials will automatically be transported from the loading zone to the designated high-speed train, at which point all materials will be isolated and disposed of immediately. In the instance of a Class 1 emergency, the entire train will be purged and disposed of without delay. In the instance that the lab itself becomes contaminated, the northernmost route currently used to transport materials to and from the facility will be designated as the emergency escape route. This route will secure passage to the relay point outside the city limits. Disclosure about any information regarding research conducted here or the existence of this facility is strictly prohibited. Since it is top priority to keep all research classified, escape access may be denied under certain extenuating circumstances. That's very reassuring. Now, you can mess with that machine. It's a P-Epsilon machine. This tells you a little bit more about it. Well, temporary user registration for the Culture Experiment Room. Username guess, password none, valid for 24 hours. Well, we'll definitely keep that in mind. Now, that stupid P-Epsilon machine, you can interact with that machine and it releases a gas, but I seriously think this is a Capcom trying to troll the player. If you release the gas, it's supposed to weaken BOWs in the area, but they're weak, but they eventually develop a tolerance to it. So whenever they build up a tolerance to it, they actually become more powerful. So there's no point in ever turning it on. So we got some hunters here to test our handy little shotgun on. And they just drop quick. Hey! And we got more shotgun shells. this is going to bring us back over here. And get our first encounter with the plant man. And this is I think this is the only BOW that the P Epsilon gas affects. Like right now, they're relatively weak and they're not poisonous. But if you use the P Epsilon gas, they develop a resistance to it, and they become poisonous. So that's why we don't turn that machine on. And here we have the room. And I'm not trying to be funny, but a vine growing up the wall that is riddled and covered in vaginas. I don't know how else to explain this, I mean, or tell it. It is literally a plant covered in vaginas. I mean, say that? How else would anybody else interpret that? I don't know. Let me know. Just, that's all I've seen. That's just, yeah. So, liquor here, and another one comes and joins them. Actually got a couple in here. He's about to pounce me, but he's gonna get denied. Dare you? So we're gonna pick up these herbs here, and I'm sure these are gonna be the last ones we pick up. We've done a pretty good job so far of not using them. So if you check this little blue light here, this is actually your laboratory map. And so we're going to go into this item crate one last time. And we are going to grab our weapon box key, which is going to get us a nice little treat. Excuse me. And grab this red herb here as well, which I don't know why I got that. Alright, so we're going to open this box up right here. Ooh, we got some more parts. We got the Magnum parts. I'm just going to go ahead and turn this into a nice 50AE custom. Some zombies here, we get to blast with fertilizer, or completely eviscerate. Blast them up into fertilizer. Like so. Gonna grab this card key and head back up top. Alright, so this is another area. It's completely optional, but this is going to set up, for the next scenario, this is going to set up the prerequisites so that you can get into the special umbrella room. So first you got to take care of this moth here. fairly easy to kill. And then we gotta blast all our babies off of this keyboard. Oops. There we go. Alright, so everybody remember that user registration? I believe it was guest. There we go. Whatever. I usually don't keep this much health items on me, but we'll just go ahead. That should be the absolute last time we gotta go through that chest. I had something else on my mind. That one caught me by surprise. But yeah, the liquor jumps down out of there. Let me just make our way past the thing here. Just gonna refrain from making comments about it because it's pretty darn obvious. So, anyways, these guys here in this room, they never go away. You can kill them and they'll just respawn back. Squirting hot acid and shit everywhere. Just ruining everybody's day. Alright, so this is the umbrella room right here, so we're just gonna go ahead and scan our fingerprint. When the light turns yellow, you're pretty much done. In the next scenario, it'll be registered, and when Claire registers her fingerprint, you'll be able to get in there. But that's another story. Alright, so in here we got a first aid spray on this table and some Magnum bullets, which we will gladly take. As you see, we've got so much ammo. I mean, they really give you way more than you need to beat this game. I really wish there was a harder difficulty, but unfortunately, normal's as high as it gets. So we're going to go here and we're going to grab this MO disc, and that's going to be the last key of the game right there. It's all downhill from here. You run into Annette. She's upset.
Murdered my husband. I know what you're looking for. You came for the G-virus, didn't you? Take it from me. This is my husband's legacy.
Why are you telling me this?
Where's that spy you were working with earlier? You know who I'm talking about.
What?
You really don't know anything, do you? You're so gullible. She's one of the operatives sent here by the agency. The only reason why she came here is to obtain the G-Virus.
That's a lie.
No, it's the truth. I discovered this when I did a background check on her. She specifically got close to John and became his girlfriend to get information about Umbrella.
That can't be. I know her. Ada wouldn't do something like that.
Oh, you mean that woman you just met 2 hours ago? You say you know, and now you're passing judgment on her for uncovering this? You deserved it. Sorry.
The self-destruct sequence has been
Oh
activated.
yeah.
Repeat,
Tell you,
the
self-destructs,
sequence
they're
has
just a
been
cliche in
activated.
Resident Evil
This sequence
games.
may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Alright.
All employees proceed to the bottom platform. All employees proceed to the bottom platform.
Leon.
Like I said before, guys, I really enjoy this interaction between Leon and Ada in this
I've been
scenario a
waiting
lot
for you,
better.
Leon.
I mean, yeah, they kiss in the B scenario, but I just think this is so much more emotional.
So just hand over the G-Virus.
I don't believe this.
It really,
Annette was right. About everything.
really stirs up the feels.
That's why I told you to leave without me, but you wouldn't listen. Now hand it over. Don't make me shoot you.
You can't do that. Ada! Ada! I've got you. Don't give up.
Leon, it's over. Just let me go.
Shut up. You're gonna make it.
It's too late, Leon. We both know it.
No. I promised you that we would escape. You just have to help me out here.
I really wanted to escape with you, Leon. Escape from everything. Goodbye.
Ada! So, this is what everyone's been dying
That's that. Ada's handgun, no rounds in the magazine. So she wasn't gonna shoot you.
All employees proceed to the bottom platform. All employees proceed to the bottom platform.
Yeah, this place needs to blow up. Destroy this freaking abomination on the wall here. I'm just wondering if they like watch some anime or hentai tentacle porn or something. Like, hey, I've got an idea for a plant. I've talked way too much about it, I know. Oh, Sweet. We got some head stomping action in there for you. Why are you zombie naked? I guess they just, got done doing zombie things and just decided to go for zombie streaking. Here we go. Turning back now. We finally can use our nice little gun.
Minutes until detonation.
No pressure. You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. So let's do it. And this is pretty much the last Easter egg I can point out, but if you look at the floor there, the word elevator is misspelled. Gingivitis is the #1 cause of all tooth decay. Ow. Do I have something stuck in my teeth? Yeah, it's me. Let's get up. Always heal after that. Takes care of that. Guys. Now, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but on the front of the train it says Galaxy 5000. Now, I remember way back in the day, there was a NES game that was a racer called Galaxy 5000, and I wonder if that was just a coincidence, or if maybe one of the developers actually liked that game and just made a cameo reference to it by naming the train a Galaxy 5000.
It's over. No.
But I've looked it up and I really can't find anything on it.
You're right. This is just the beginning. Goodbye, Ada.
Tell you, after all the horror, after all of the action and blood and gore and just everything, Capcom then decides to bless you with this beautiful piece here. I mean, it's just like you don't expect it coming. It's just so relaxing. It's just like, wow, this just seems so unfitting. Oh, that's my favorite song in the entire soundtrack right here. It's just so relaxing. See that, guys? They were really gracious on the amount of time you have to get an A rank. I mean, we went through, we got like 99% of the items. Some of them I intentionally skipped over. We read all the files, developed all the pictures. We still managed to get this done in under 2 hours and 30 minutes and got an A ranking. Yeah. When you get an A ranking, you get a special reward. When you beat the game the first time, you get the rocket launcher. When you beat scenario B, you actually get the submachine gun with infinite ammo. And then you gotta beat the game 3 times, A and B. And you get the Gatling gun. But you also get like the fourth survivor mode and tofu, and if you're playing like the updated DualShock version, you get the extreme battle mode and stuff. But anyway, guys, that's Resident Evil 2. Well, guys, that's it for our playthrough of Resident Evil 2. I certainly hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for future videos.